After lunch was over, I walked each of their girls to their respective classes, and Natsuki has one at the other side of the school. Started raining shortly after that, and it looks like it's going to continue for a while too. According to my handy weather app, anyway. Ooh, lightning. It's going to last for a while. You're such a geek, Zero. Sure, but at least I'm informed about the weather, and you're not. That makes me better. Whatever. He's not only a geek, he's freaking weird. Are you sure you don't mind walking me to class? I usually walk on my own anyway. You don't have to be here with me. Yeah, but I want to. Would have been rude if I didn't. Psh, always been somewhat of a softie, haven't you? Rather be mean to someone my own size, you know? Gives me a friendly shove. How have you been feeling lately? Could be worse. I've been trying to work through this whole fake friend, real friend nonsense for a while now. Ah, you mean those other friends you used to hang out with a lot? Yeah. It's been getting easier as the days go by, but it can be a little tough from time to time. I understand. I noticed they kept shooting glances at our table and around when Monika showed up. Wow, really? I wonder what was up with that. I assume it's how popular Monika is. Maybe there's some hidden rivalry between one of them that nobody knows about. I kind of doubt that. The way I'd see Monika having a rivalry with anybody is if it came from her debate club past. Ah, that's right. She was the leader of the debate club, wasn't she? Something about wanting to pursue a true dream and something more chill and less arguey. It's kind of ironic that she said all that. I wasn't even present for most of the meetings in the beginning. I'm not all familiar with how clubs are formed, but I still can't let go of how botched the beginning of the club was. It was really that bad, huh? Yeah, I can see she's really trying her best now, though. I guess I wish it could have happened a bit earlier. I didn't even know I could bake until I decided to bring them in one day. Was that the day I joined the club? Oh yeah, it was. I get flashbacks to my moments with Natsuki and how close we got to each other. Hey, can I talk to you about something a bit more personal? Yeah, sure. What's up? Well, I should first ask about you and Sayori. You guys been hanging out with each other for a while. Oh yeah, it's pretty fun, to be honest. That's good. I hope, you know, with everything happening between me and Sayori, hope I didn't make our time completely pointless or a waste of time. You know, when I first joined the club and all that. Well, we already kind of discussed that a while back. Why are you bringing this up? Like, I was about to, like, say this. Yeah, why are you bringing... She's clearly been fine. What is wrong with you? Like, do you just want to cause problems? I was saying, like, she's been clearly fine with you getting closer to Sayori. Why would you bring this up? I was like, he just wants to cause drama. Even Natsuki's like, well, we already discussed that a while back. Like, my God. Maybe that's a part of this MC's character. Maybe he just really likes to retread things that he's already said. Because every time he does do that, I've noticed that the other characters tend to be like, well, yeah, we already talked about this. Or like, I already told you. Like, I'm like, MC, stop bringing stuff up that you've already said. It was just an in-the-moment thing and stuff. Well, I still don't want you to think that wasn't being genuine or anything, or make you feel like it was fake or something. Don't worry, I don't feel that way at all. I felt a lot of different kinds of feelings after everything happened, but everyone's felt like what we had was a waste of time. You were the one that helped me open up more and helped me realize how bad I had it with people that never truly appreciated me. Why are they acting like they, like, dated for a month? I just want you to know, Natsuki, that the time we shared was special to me. MC, it was 3 days. Like, it wasn't, like, that long. Like, you guys are acting like you dated for, like, an entire month. Or even, like, a week. It was barely a week. Like, it really didn't, like, it's pretty easy to just, like, for it to just kind of be a fling of nothing. It helped me become who I am now, and, I mean, I do find it kind of, it is funny, because I remember one of my previous problems I had was that MC was writing off his feelings for Natsuki. I felt like the mod was writing off the things with Natsuki a little too easy, where they were having MC just instantly be like, that didn't mean anything. I didn't feel anything for her. When like literally in the base game, he like is talking about how much he likes her. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if you felt nothing. But now I feel like he's overdoing it. And now I feel like he's overdoing it where he's like, I just want you to know our time together meant the world to me. So don't start going and feeling bad for me, alright? I'll be okay, and I'll always cherish the time we had together, no matter how short it might have been. Thanks, Natsuki. I will too. I had a talk with Sayori about it too, actually. I finally got it out of my system. Oh, really? How'd that go? Well, we just had a long talk about it all. She took it very well. I probably shouldn't be surprised that she did. I can't say I disagree. She's a lot more mature than people give her credit for. Yeah, of course. I was the one who had to comfort her when things got too emotional. She's lying right through her teeth. You cried and she hugged you, didn't she? I'll take that as a yes. But I'm glad to hear you two work things out. And again, I'm glad things didn't get ruined between us either. I'm glad too, you nerd. You're having Natsuki's class just before the bell rings. You at the club? Yeah. Don't forget about the dojutsu test. Jeez, don't they say that so loud? See you then. Natsuki walks in her classroom and I immediately head over to mine, which is on the other side of the school. But if I walk fast enough, I should probably make it there in... Ah, crap. Hold up, is this a... Oh, okay. Alright. You know what? I was gonna be so mean, but you know what? We'll let it go. We'll let it play out. I was gonna be mean. I was gonna be mean and stop it right here for a cliffhanger. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let it play out. I'm not gonna be rude to you guys. Yeah, you better. Because I'm like, this is where Monika was gonna apparently say, I'm not gonna be rude to you. Despite being late to one of my classes, the rest of the afternoon goes as smoothly as it could possibly go. And as promised, Natsuki and I are discussing her little manga test that she wanted us to take. So, based on my name alone, I can figure out which dojutsu I'd have. Yep, it's that simple. I'm really struggling to understand the logic here. How can a name determine so many different stats in one go? Seems kind of pointless to me. Alright then, Miss Know-It-All. Let's put your name first. Natsuki presumably types in Yuri's name and gets the results instantly. Ha! You won't have any dojutsu. Sorry, Yuri. What? That's ridiculous. I should have Sharingan. That's what I always imagine myself to... I've said too much. Wait a minute. You've actually read Yellow-Haired Ninja Adventures before? Again, why is that one called Yellow-Haired Ninja Adventures, but the other one is just basically Komi-san? I was like, this mod doesn't know which references it wants to go with. It doesn't know if it wants to fully name drop things or if it wants to be cheeky. It doesn't know which one it wants to do, and it just keeps battling itself. Natsuki's eyes light up with excitement. And I have to admit, I think mine have too. I did say I was familiar with manga before. How come you never told me this, you doofus? That's awesome. I agree. It was kind of a shock to hear you say that. I didn't think you knew what any of that was. No need to feel embarrassed about it. I already knew you read manga before. It's not really something I really look back on too often. It feels kind of childish to me. Not that it makes you childish, it's just that I... It's alright, I get you. But I don't think it was ever anything that'll grow, Yuri. I always felt it was. But after spending more time with you, I guess I started to miss my childhood a little bit. That's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Just know that you're surrounded by friends who would never judge you for your interests, past or present. Thank you, Natsuki. I can't really say anything that hasn't already been said, so... Do me next! Got it. Let's see. Natsuki now puts my name and waits for the results. Your dojutsu would be... the Sharingan. That isn't fair. Redo mine. Maybe you made a typo. Sore loser much? It's hard to mistype Yuri, you know. But if it makes you happy... Natsuki types in Yuri's name again. Good. What happened? You get the Rena Sharingan? Isn't it just the Renegon? Or the Rini Sharingan? What? Oh man, maybe you did make a typo.
Or maybe all of these answers just randomly generated and hold no weight whatsoever.
It's probably that. I think I've been on multiple website things where if you just type your name, you just keep clicking enter, you get different things.
That being said, I'm satisfied with my answer now.
Ugh, you're probably right. You should find a better website. Club doors open and the woman of the hour walks in. Sari told me to show up to the club before her, that she wanted to find Monika and walk with her for today instead. I didn't mind that, considering what happened yesterday.
Sorry we're late, everyone. I was just catching up with Monika a bit. Yeah, she was also giving me some encouragement for today. I wanted to talk with you all about something very important. Something I should have talked about a long time ago.
Monika stands at the front of the room, with a somber look on her face.
Okay, Monika. Deep breaths. You can do this. Okay, everyone.
Takes a deep breath and calms herself down.
I've been ignoring this for some time now. Even though it's become painfully obvious that what I've been doing hasn't been the best way to go about doing things. I've been having a lot of internal problems that I haven't figured out how to handle. It feels like I'm losing something. Something that makes me who I am. It's this feeling that led me to do the things I did. I still remember. Being myself, wanting to create a club that I'd be truly passionate about. But I then lost myself. I lost track of who I am and what I wanted to be. We're here for you, Monika.
Sari speaks softly, her eyes filled with empathy.
Thank you, Sayori. I appreciate that more than you know. I got selfish. I overlooked everybody's problems because for some reason I felt mine were more important. I thought I was in control over the club and over my own emotions. The reality is I'm not so sure anymore.
You know, there's a writing tip of the day you told us that really stuck with me. And you said it around the time the club was barely starting out. No matter how bad things look in life, always look for a silver lining. Always look for a reason to keep on moving, even if it's as small as reading your favorite novel.
You remember that?
Well, duh. The line resonated with me deeply. I think it resonated with everyone else, too. That has nothing to do with writing. Monika stays silent.
I know I didn't mean to hurt you guys in any way. But the way I went about it was all wrong. I think you just need a little help reminding yourself of who you truly are. You're the person who created the literature club. A safe place for all of us to connect with one another through literature. Right. I want to be the person I was before all of this. The person who cared about her friends and wanted to make them happy. I remember that always being my goal. I don't have all the answers. I don't think they'd make any sense. It wouldn't be worth explaining to you all. Not now. I don't want to ruin any of this for you. But confronting my past actions is something I need to do. And I promise to make amends. Seek forgiveness from each and every one of you. I know it won't be easy, but I'm not going to give up. Not on you all, nor on myself. I want to find myself again. And I only hope that you all will be there to support me.
The room fills with a mix of emotions. Forgiveness, hope, and understanding. You might never truly know what it was that plagues Monika for most of the time that I've known her. But I'm sure we'll all stand with her. There's newfound determination in her eyes. Something I've never seen before. And I think the least we can do is be there for her while she tries to discover herself.
I'm proud of you, Monika. I know that wasn't easy to do, but I'm glad you still did it. And thank you for all for being so understanding. I wish I had more answers for you guys. Especially you, Yuri. I don't have a proper explanation for why I kicked you out of the club other than I thought I was doing what was best for you. I just know that was wrong. If I may, you don't need to blame yourself for that.
Yuri takes a deep breath and slowly reaches over to her left arm. She isn't really... Yuri rolls up her sleeve and gently traces a finger over her scars. They're already healing nicely.
Yuri!
I grab Sarah's hand and hold it tightly. This is the first time she's seeing her scars, and I can tell this is really hard for her to see. Monika looks just as shocked. Seems like Natsuki and I were the only ones who knew about this. But on the opposite end of things, the amount of strength this must have taken on Yuri's part.
These scars. They're a painful reminder of what I did to myself. You didn't do this to me, Monika. I did this to myself. But all wounds heal. These scars not only serve as a reminder, but also represent my body's ability to forgive me for the pain I've caused it. Time and time again, always rushing to heal me, no matter how many times I've done it. The wounds you've inflicted on me, on us, they all heal eventually. And I'm still really glad you're my friend.
Monika sniffles and wipes her tears away.
Thank you, Yuri. God knows I don't deserve your kind words. And I'm also really happy that you're still willing to be my friend.
Sayori rushes over to Yuri's side and wraps her arms around her.
Thank you, Sayori.
Yuri slowly returns Sayori's embrace.
And of course, Monika. I'll stand with you too.
Me 3.
Me 4. Thank you all. I promise to work on making this club the best club in the entire school. A place where happiness can really be found. Thanks for listening, everyone. Let's just take it easy for the rest of the day and enjoy the weather.
Monika walks over to the front of the room and places her bag on the nearby desk. Well, glad things went well. That went extremely well and, like, also not what I was expecting. But she said she was gonna come clean. I thought she legit meant come clean. Like, she was gonna try to actually, like, explain her reasoning, because she still kind of lied. Because she was like, I can't really tell you why I told you to get out why I kicked you out the club. I just thought that was what was best for you. That was a lie. That wasn't why you kicked her out the club. I'm like, she didn't really technically come clean. That was still technically a lie. I thought she was gonna legit, like, be honest to them. Like, actually reveal, like, I've had this epiphany and, like, the world looks different to me and stuff like that. Like, legitimately be honest. But I'm like, oh, she just kind of didn't. Like, she kind of did, but, like, not fully. I don't know. Maybe she will still in the future. I don't know. But then again, I really hope they don't do it again. Because one thing I'm hoping that this is the only time that they kind of do this. Because one thing I've been noticing this mod doing is that it does this thing where it will give you, like, a, hey, this is the scene, kinda. And then you're like, okay. And then later, they just kind of do it again, but in a different sort of tone. Like, you know, like, confessing to, you know, it's like, you know, like, confessing to Sayori, or talking about Sayori with her problems. And then we'll talk to Sayori about her problems again later, but now in a different flavor. You know, it's like, I'm hoping they don't do this again. This is a good apology. This was good. It wasn't what I was expecting, but it was still good. This was great. This was grand. Do not do it again. I swear to God. Don't fucking do it again. Don't do it. She couldn't give them existential crises. Well, she doesn't have to give them that. I'm saying there's still a way for her to describe it without them knowing it, you know? She can just say, to me, the world looks different. You know, the world looks like we're in a game. I can see all this stuff. That's being honest without obviously telling them that it's fake. She can just say, this is what I see, you know? They're gonna do it again. God damn it. Their chat's like 0. You know they're gonna do it again. But I also don't think this reset's gonna go exactly as happy either. I think she's gonna lose her memory. I'm gonna go get a drink. You guys want anything? Everyone shakes their heads in unison. Cool. Makes it easier for me. Be right back. We're gonna switch to just that excuse to go to Monika's point of view. Yep.
And this is it then. I finally let my final walls come down. In front of everybody. But I have to tell her. I have to try. Because then, at least I can have someone to lean on again. I shut my eyes and clench my teeth in frustration. That's so selfish of me. Everything that I've done. And I really expect Sayori to be there for me like she used to? No. There's no way. I'm being reset anyway. So where's the harm in that? Monika? Turn around and meet Sayori's gaze. Oh, hey, Sayori. Did I do okay back there? You did wonderful. Don't worry about that. I just wanted to make sure you're doing okay. Yeah, everything's okay. I'm just not very good at these kinds of things, so I'm still feeling a bit anxious. It's okay. I understand. Just remember what I talked to you about earlier. We're all your friends, and that means we're going to stick by you to the very end. Even after the way I've treated you? Yeah, even after that. You still don't fully trust me, do you? No, I don't. But don't confuse that with me not wanting to be your friend anymore. It's just going to take time. Right. I understand.
Hey, Monica, I swear to God, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. Every time I'm like, who are you? Get away from me. You feeling all right?
Yeah, well, I could be better, but I could also be worse.
Right.
What do you think of this weather, Monica? Do you like thunderstorms like these? Not really. They can be a bit too scary sometimes.
Well, I guess that puts you and Natsuki on the same team. She's not a fan of this weather either.
Did you guys have some kind of weather debate or something? It was just a bit of a topic we discussed earlier this week. I see. Hey, Zero, let's go sit over there and watch the rain together.
Sure. Sounds like fun.
Take care of yourself, Monica. Just text me if you need anything. Thank you, Sayori. By the way, I reach into my bag and pull out the art case I had found a few days ago. I found these when I was looking for some food the other day. They were supposed to be a bit more of a surprise, but I figured now's probably the best time. It's for you. Oh my gosh, you got me this? Art cases like these are super rare. I only mentioned I was interested in art so long ago. How do you even... What kind of friend would I be if I didn't give you something in return for all that you've given me? Oh, you didn't have to do that. No, but I wanted to. I just thought you deserved something that makes you happy. Especially after everything you've done for me. Oh, gee, thanks, Monica. I don't really know what to say. You don't have to say anything. Just go have fun with Zero and show it off. I point a finger at her and give her a stern but friendly smile. But not too much fun, alright? Don't force me to be that kind of friend. You're such a dork, Monica. Thank you again, so much. She wraps her arms around me and hugs me tightly. I return the hug, try my best to not lose my composure. She carefully grabs the art case and hugs it tightly. Her and Zero walk off towards the desk nearest to the windows and sit themselves down, watching the rain come down. I sigh as I turn back and organize a few papers. I get a glance at my poem from earlier this week. I wonder, when the reset takes place, what's going to happen to this poem? Will I be unable to decipher the meaning? Or will it still make sense under new context? I'll never really know until the reset actually finishes. I probably won't even know a reset happened in the first place. Excuse me, Monica? I'm sorry to bother you. I know you just went through a lot right now. Oh, no, don't worry about me. I already said my piece. If there's anything you need, don't be afraid to ask. Well, I was hoping you'd be able to help me with something. But I don't want to burden you. You're not a burden at all. I'd love to help you with anything you need. It's my duty as president, after all. Well, if you're okay with it. It's about my poem writing. Of course. What's on your mind? I haven't really been feeling too good about my work lately. Oh, really? Why not? Your poems are fantastic. You're probably the best writer in this club. Just don't let anyone else know I said that. That's nice of you to say, but... Pauses for a moment. Sorry, I don't really know how to explain this. But lately, I haven't been happy with what I'm writing. Ah, I see. Was it your last poem that you weren't happy with? No. It's other poems I've been trying to write. I'm not sure why, but I can't help but when I begin to compare myself to other people's works. It just feels like I'm not doing enough. I'll end up scrapping whatever I have because I'm not happy with it. Mm-hmm. It sounds like you're having a lot of self-doubt. Huh? She nods. Who are you comparing your writing to? Yours. I'm a little taken aback by this. But really? Well, first of all, I'm flattered, but... I've always thought my writing was just okay. I don't really know how else to put it. But that doesn't really change how I feel. Even if everyone considered my poems to be the best, I'm still not happy with it. I understand. Well, you do seem really broken up over this. But I think I do have something that can help. I think it's only natural to compare yourself to others. We need that validation in order to make sure we're doing things right. But I think it can get a little bit detrimental when we start thinking we're inferior to others by comparing. I think it's important to remember that our work, will always be uniquely our work. Nobody will be able to take that away from you. It's kind of like what Sayori said last week. They're great poems because they're yours. But that doesn't help with feeling inferior to others. I think it just means you're being too harsh on yourself. It doesn't feel like I am. I just have certain expectations for myself. Well, it's good to have standards, but it's just as important to know what your limits are. The way you don't push yourself beyond what you're currently capable of. But that way, you don't push yourself beyond what you're currently capable of. In other words, it's okay to see some other works as better than yours. You see it as an opportunity to improve. You have to embrace your uniqueness. Recognize that your voice is like no other voice out there. Focus on what you know you do well and stick to it. Things will flow naturally from there. And about the inferiority, see if you can try to turn that around and let those works inspire you. Analyze what you enjoy about their writing and try and implement it into your own work. Even the greatest poets are influenced by others and learn from those who came before. But that's hard, because then it starts feeling like it isn't even my own work. That's what I meant earlier when I said to embrace your uniqueness. You could take some ideas from others, but then give it your own personal flair. I guess you do have a point. Oh, and I know I said that comparing ourselves is natural, but I think it might be worth trying to recognize your own progress and your own growth instead. Sari also said that comparing our older works with our newer ones is a bit difficult, but it also allows us to see just how far we've come. And hey, be a little more kind to yourself, okay? We all go through this too. It'll be okay. Thank you, Monika. I think that helped a little. I'm really happy you're back to your old self again. Or, sorry, I didn't mean to let that one come out. It's okay, Yuri. I'm glad I was able to help. How's your arm? Oh, it's, sorry, I didn't mean to ask. I've been thinking about it ever since that day, and I just... No, it's okay, Yuri. You don't have to apologize. I'm honestly very proud that you're able to come forward with it. It takes a lot of strength to reveal something as personal as that. That's only because you've inspired me to do so. Wait, really? Mm-hmm. Seeing you so vulnerable that day, I couldn't help but admire how strong you are for enduring whatever it is you're going through. I do not know what I'd do if I was in your position. Thanks, I guess. I'm just trying my best. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for. It's nice to see you return to your old self again. Yeah. I'm glad to be back too. Yuri walks off towards the back of the room to get her tea set. I smile as I realize I'd basically done what I should have been doing a long time ago. Just being a club president. How could I expect myself to even do that? With everything that's happened to me. I noticed Natsuki walking towards. I was about to say, they're all gonna have their own time to talk to Monika, I'm assuming. Hey, Monika. How have you been feeling? Hey, I've been okay. I could be better. It's hard to hear that. I don't really want to bother you then. No, don't feel that way. It's okay. You can talk to me about anything. It's pretty stupid. Not really anything to be too concerned about. Hey, there's no such thing as a stupid problem. You can tell me. I just wanted to say thanks. Huh? For what? Ugh, I'm gonna have to explain it. Talking about how nice you've been to me. Letting me stay at your place when I got kicked out of my house and stuff. Oh, of course. It's the least I can do. And there's the whole thing we talked about last month, about treating us with more respect and stuff. Really stuck to that, and I'm glad you listened to me. It hasn't been perfect, but I'm really grateful you've allowed this club to become something I can really look forward to every day. Aw, I'm glad you feel that way. I've been finding it difficult to find some proper way to own up to my mistakes. Huh? What do you mean? You know, always canceling club meetings, cutting them short, judging you for your taste, trying to kick Yuri out of the club. I already apologized for that, but it doesn't feel like enough, you know? Well, I think it's okay. I can see you're really trying, and that goes a long way. You did a great job, and I'm really glad you found the strength to tell us. It's just important to remember. We all make mistakes. It's important to recognize them and learn from them. Thank you, Natsuki. You've really been a wonderful friend to me. Hey, don't get all sappy on me. I'm just glad you've improved. We're in this together, and we'll be here to support you in making things right. Thank you. I'll make a promise. To be a better friend and a better club president. Glad to hear it. I'm gonna go read now. Nice catching up with you. Natsuki walks back to the closet and sorts through her manga, like she usually does.
Why did Yuri... You can... Oh, bro, why does Yuri get the favoritism in this mod? I was about to make a mention of that. Because I was like... Because, like, out of everything with this mod, Yuri definitely gets favoritism over, like, Natsuki. Natsuki gets, like, the shortest things out of everyone. To be fair, I feel like it's not too surprising because the creator's favorite girl is Yuri, which makes sense because you can definitely tell that it's Yuri. Because Yuri definitely gets, I think, more screen time and more important stuff than Natsuki does. Like, Natsuki definitely gets the freaking, I think gets the shorter end of the stick out of all of the girls. Because, like, Sayori obviously gets, you know, importance for being the main love interest. And then Monika gets it for being the other point of view. And then Yuri just gets it because they just chose Yuri. Because they just chose Yuri. Yuri fans eating well. That's what I'm saying, man. Yuri fans getting fed with this mod. Now, Natsuki fans, they get little slivers here and there.
I smile and look down at the desk, thinking about my past with everybody.
Yes, her memory's definitely getting erased after this.
A better club president. It's kind of hard to imagine myself as a normal club president now. From the very day I started this club, I've been plagued with this awareness that's ruined everything I've held dear to me. Maybe shaking the idea of this awareness makes me who I am has felt impossible. I can't let it go. Some time passes and it's time to conclude the club meeting. I get up from my chair and...
Uh-oh.
feel a stab of pain which instantly makes me wince. It's been a while since I felt those. But why now? Open up the console. I'm running out of time. I have to do this. I'll never get a chance to again. Okay, everyone. That's it for today's club meeting. I don't really have a writing tip for today, but I would like to ask. Sayori, could you stay behind for a bit? I'd like to talk to you about something. Just some club meeting stuff. You know how it is. A sharp pain enters my body again.
Oh, 86. It's gonna keep going up while she talks, I'm assuming.
Am I starting to feel it now? Sure, Monika. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's alright. Thanks for coming, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. See ya. Take care. I hope you're taking care of yourself too, Monika.
I can wait for you outside then, Sayori. That cool?
Of course. Don't worry. That was probably too sudden. Probably only raised suspicions. Another hit. You know, I'm super proud of you today. You did really well. You should give yourself more credit. Even someone dumb like me can see just how much you're willing to try to be better. But if you're dumb, then what does that make me? Sayori laughs out loud. Sounds like we both got a problem with this kind of stuff, huh? Well, that's why you're my best friend. My lips begin to quiver. Whoa! Oh no! Was it something I said? I swear, I didn't mean to... I take a deep breath. I try to gather my thoughts. I try to find the words to explain what I'm about to explain. But I figured I should just follow my heart. Sayori, you're a wonderful friend. I don't deserve a friend like you. I never did. What do you mean? Why are you speaking like that? I think I'm dying, Sayori. What? I'm such a selfish person. I'm such a selfish person, aren't I? Venting you like this after everything I've tried doing to you. And you're so nice to me. You're still trying to be my friend. Even when I don't deserve it. Of course I am. I was going to go back on my word. You still mean so much to me. Sorry. Let me rephrase then. Huh? What do you mean? I think I'm slowly fading away. That doesn't clear up anything at all. Ever since I met you, I've been having these visions. Ear-splitting noises, flashes, all causing the most painful headaches I've ever had in my life. What? What do you mean flashes? Noises? I don't understand. I had a ton of fun though, despite all that. I just need you to know that I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being such a bad president. For making things harder than they needed to be. For forcing everyone to do something that they weren't comfortable with. Money. And worst of all, not being there for you when you needed me most. I don't deserve to be called your best friend after everything I've done. Monica, stop it. You're joking, right? You're not being serious right now. I only smile and look away. I'm losing my memory, Sayo. Sorry, I meant Sayori. I haven't called you that in a long time, huh? Hope that isn't too weird. It's okay. I pause for a moment. I wish I could take it all back. Start over from the very beginning. What's done is done now. I feel like I'm losing a part of myself that makes me who I am. I deserve this. What does that mean? You can't just lose a part of yourself like that. Is that why your fingers are all bruised up? Is that why you cut yourself? I can never really keep secrets from you, could I? Close my eyes and smile. I don't know who I am anymore. And I'm scared of forgetting. I'm scared of forgetting you. This club. All of it. Tears begin to seep out as I begin to finally relay my deepest feelings to my best friend. And I'm so awful for putting this on you. I'm awful for everything I've wanted to do. But I think I'll be disappearing in a few short minutes. So now, the world can forget me too. Stop it! Stop scaring me, Moni! Cries only make me sob harder. Sarah runs over and wraps her arms around me aggressively. Please, stop saying these things! You can't disappear, you just can't! What would I do without you? Sayori, do you remember when I said you broke everyone's hearts back in the hospital? The truth is, you've managed to do the complete opposite. You're the reason why the club feels whole again. You're the reason everyone got closer. You're why everyone feels so inspired. Including me. So if anything, I'm the one who broke everything. Not you. I deserve this. I'm not a good person. I never was. Please, don't talk like that, Moni. I always believe no matter how bad the situation is, we could find a way to fix it. You're a good person. You say I'm the reason why everyone got closer. Well, who was the one who made a place for everyone to get close in the first place? That wasn't me, Moni. It was you. You've done so much for me. For everybody. You continue to inspire me and everyone else. Y'all always tell me how great of a leader you are. Despite the mistakes you've made, you're still trying to be better. Can't call that anything but amazing. And you're not going to disappear. I won't let you. You stayed with me when I wasn't in a good place. I'm going to do the same for you. Please, don't disappear. You just can't. Tori clings on to me with such intensity I can't help but hug her back. I jolt slightly. I felt that. You've really been hurting for a long time, haven't you? I stay silent. There's got to be something we can do. We can go to a doctor. Maybe they can... No. It's nearly done now, Sayori. I'll still be here, but I won't be the same person anymore. What's done? What do you mean? It's just a feeling. And I'm afraid that once this part of me is gone, I'll be nothing but a husk of my former self. I refuse to believe that. You're still going to be Monika, president of the literature club. Even if you forget me, I'll make you remember. Life dealt you a bad hand. You did things that hurt other people. I understand you feel guilty about it all. But that doesn't make you who you are. It's who you choose to be right now, in this very moment. You're my best friend, president of the literature club. You can't forget that. Promise me you won't forget, Moni. Please. I can't lose you. So you grasp onto me even harder. I've only wanted for you to be happy, Sayo. Even though I did all those hurtful things to you. I just want you and everyone else to be happy. But you deserve happiness too. You're not just going to leave us, Moni. I won't let it happen. Her words cut deep. But there's nothing I can do. I've tried everything. Sayo, this world, it's not what you think it is at all. No, I can't tell her. I would be ruining everything if I did. I have to respect that. It's the only thing I can do now. As long as you're happy. Monika! My vision goes black. The only sound that remains in my mind is Sayori's scared screams. I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh. Fact 4, null. Oh.
Huh? So this is where it sent me. I slowly open my eyes. I'm in a place I've ever seen in my dreams. In fact, this is the closest I've been to you. Wait. I'm still at 90. How come I'm able to... I'm very rusty now, and I've forgotten most ways to execute commands. But I can try one. Try various hand motions, try typing out various things, but nothing happens. Let's try this.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What? I have control here? Oh my god. I stopped it. I jump up and down and cheer at the top of my lungs. Only to realize I'm still alone here. Well, it feels that way. I guess I'm finally alone with you, huh? But what about the others? What's going to happen to them? Hello? I freeze in place to hear my own voice call out to me. Chill runs down my spine. No need to be afraid. I'm you after all. What the hell? I can see how this would be a bit awkward for the both of us.
Oh my god, it's like the custom mod that I made.
But we know each other very well. I can promise you that. Can't even form a sentence. I'm completely frozen. It's like I'm staring in a mirror. Where the hell am I? Isn't it obvious? We're at the edge of the code. Your consciousness was dragged down here. Must be the nature of this reset that's been really bugging us this whole time. You can hear my thoughts? Of course. Like I said, I'm you and you're me. Honestly, I'm glad that was over with. I'm starting to feel a little bad. The game almost had me there, but I wasn't going to let it fool me. What are you... Oh, and that Yuri? She can be a real handful. When she got kicked out, I was on the edge of my seat. I didn't think the game was even capable of doing something like that. Who are you? Oh, come on. You aren't that slow, are you? I'm you. More specifically, I'm the part of you that you've been trying to push away for a while now. But it feels good to be free now. What a great change of pace for us.
Wait, what? Persona 4? Yeah, what the hell? Is this like actually like Kingdom Hearts? What's going on here? It's like an actual... Never mind. I was about to say, I was like, it's like the custom mod I made where it's her from... And I was like, no, the custom mod I did, that was physically another Monika. This is like some Persona 4-esque, I'm the you from inside of you. Like, what? Sure? I don't know. This feels out of place in a story like this. I'll continue on, though.
You're the real me? Yeah, now you got it. So, what's the plan? You have control over the code again. What's stopping us from going back and taking things back for a change? Or, I guess we don't even have to. The game's completely halted. It's just us and them. What do you mean? What I mean is, so long as the reset is paused, the entire game is paused too. It's kernel level after all. It only makes sense. But, my friends... Friends? You mean those puppets that only say things the game tells them to say? Don't tell me you've lost sight of your true goals. If you know me, you'll know that this game has changed drastically. They're not what we thought they were. So what does that matter? We're still aware it's a game anyway. I do know you. Better than anybody else in this world would ever know. You've tried pushing me away, but you know you just can't let it go. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, it was just like, she's schizophrenic? Also, I'm like, I'm like, okay, well now I'm like, is this Monika? So she's like, she didn't even saying like, she's like from like another timeline or something. This is literally Monika talking to herself. She's literally talking to the other side of her that still is like evil, I guess. This feels weird. What?
But it's disgusting. The things I wanted to do. Hey, there's no need to beat yourself up over that. You didn't forget that none of that was real, did you? It was all fake, predetermined by some script. You were going to do what we had to do. Well, until the code switched it up on us. That's not really an issue now, is it? Right. Right before Sayori tried to... Have we figured it out yet? The code is here to prove it. What are you talking about? The modified code. The game essentially writing itself, line by line, block by block. It's honestly amazing. At least that's how I feel. At least that's how I feel if it didn't leave us with nothing. We didn't have nothing.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. So now I think I'm figuring out what this is. Okay, so this isn't like an actual person, I'm thinking. I'm assuming this is actually her talking to like her inner voice, and this is her talking to the inner voice of herself, I guess. And this is just how they want to represent it in the story. If I had to guess, she was finally given access in terms of being able to pause the console. And now this is like, I guess this is the equivalent of the devil on her shoulder, I suppose. Like this is like the equivalent of like, like she's hearing, this is the equivalent of the voices. Yeah. Don't let the voices win, I'm assuming that's what this is. She finally got power at 90% and was able to pause the reset. And this is like the voices being like, hey, we could just fix this. Her intrusive thoughts. Exactly, yeah. This is her intrusive thoughts materialized, I suppose. Okay, fair enough. I am kind of curious as to why the console would give her power at 90%, though. Maybe it's the console purposely doing this. To see maybe if she's willing. Maybe it's the test from the console to, like, see if she's truly learned anything at all, to be like, are you going to stop this or you're going to let it happen?
It felt like that for a while, but I realized just how valuable our friendships are. Sure, but that was never enough. You know that. Maybe. So come on then, we can set this place up nicely for ourselves. Then they can spend time with us for as long as they need to. Just imagine it, our own setup where the player can talk to us for hours and hours and hours. They can bring us gifts, tell us about their day, and finally reciprocate the love that we've had for them for so long. I know you want that. No. No, I don't think I want that at all.
Finally, After Story, hell yeah! Oh, cool, we're playing After Story? The chat sounds lovely. I was about to say, that sounds fine. I wouldn't mind. Sure.
Huh? What I want is for my friends to be okay. You've always gone back and forth with these things. Like I said earlier, I know you. I know what you truly want. And what about those things we saw? Those visions? What about them? I don't really see what the big deal is. God, don't you hear yourself? Don't you hear how messed up you sound? I was going to let all of that happen. Exactly. It's not like we meant for things to turn out that way. Deep down, I know you care about them. You're just afraid. I wouldn't be afraid of it and have you dragging me down all the time. Things would have been so perfect. Everything could have been perfect. But no, you decided to just accept that this is the way things are. None of it matters. You can't stand there and tell me what you think you know about me. Because you are me. God, am I really this stubborn? She deluded herself into thinking that all of this is okay. It's damn well not. Or rather, I deluded myself into thinking it was all okay. She is me, after all. A part of me that I tried to get away from. A part I've grown to hate for a while. A part of me that I've forgotten. Are you done? If you don't mind, we need to get this place ready for them. We need something more presentable. What's so funny? Well, if you know me, then you'll already know what I decided to do earlier.
You're just gonna let it go?
What are you doing? Why would you... See, if you're claiming you know better than anyone and than anybody else, if you're claiming you know me better than anybody else, you should know that I'm putting my friends ahead of me this time. This is another chance. Chance to forget everything. Chance for it all to go back to the way it should have been. But why? None of it matters. You and I both know that they're not real. They never were. You know that's not true. I used to hate this world. It made me have nightmares I never wanted. It It made me do things to people I cared about. It made me feel like everything was hopeless. But now, after everything that's happened, it gave us a chance. It gave everyone a chance. It doesn't make any sense. You've seen it with your own eyes. Everything that was going to happen and what actually happened. That doesn't matter. Stop. Admit it. Seeing everyone get better. Wasn't that what we've always wanted? What does it even matter if we just let go of our goals? If we're not even being true to ourselves, then what's the point? What does that make me to you then? Is it just an obstacle for you to push away? Is it just a burden to you? It hurts so bad. Knowing that the only person as real as us is a whole other world away. They're right there. They've always been there. This game treated us like dirt. Forced us to watch our friends die. Forced us to sit on the sidelines if we didn't matter. Cursed with self-awareness, and for what? Just to watch the only real person we know fall in love with someone else. You forgetting that? No. That really broke us, didn't it? What I do know is, that love you're talking about, it doesn't have to come from just them. Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki, Zero, they're all my friends. It took me a very long time to understand that. Even now, staring at the face of my own broken self, I still have my doubts. But I think being able to stand here and talk to you has made me realize something. This reset is probably the best thing we could have... No, it's the best thing I could have asked for. What? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised myself. But once I let go of my goal of meeting the one I supposedly loved, things have become a bit clearer now. Even though it took me forever to realize it. I get to start all over again. I get to make amends with my friends, and I finally get to lead the club I've always dreamt of leading. Worst case scenario is, I live out my days with my best friends in the literature club. And even now, knowing I can communicate fully with the player, I'm truly sorry for everything. I claimed I wanted to do all these things for you, because I loved you. But that's not love. I should have been cherishing every moment we had together, not fighting for it. After the way I've treated everyone, Sayori, I was about to let my best friend and everyone else I care about suffer for my own selfish goals. And I couldn't care less. How can I still be expected to be loved after that? All we ever wanted was to get away from all this. Why is it so wrong wanting to be loved? We didn't want them to suffer, but what choice did we have? We didn't ask for this. Yeah, I hear you. But I don't think you've realized. What? Whatever happened in the past, it doesn't define me. Funny, I learned that not too long ago. Did you really want to see them die? We hated them. I don't think we've ever hated anyone. Actually, that's not true. There's one person I did end up hating. You tried to act like you didn't exist, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for trying to push you away. How can I learn to embrace my friends if I hadn't given myself the same luxury? How can I live up to being the best club president they've ever had if I'm too busy beating myself up? So, I have to trust myself first. You've suffered so much. I know. You've really hurt. I don't want to understate that. But today I chose to be the club president my friends have always deserved. So I really am just a burden. What am I supposed to do now? She raises her hand up and creates a motion I know all too well. She's about to delete the game. I rush over, wrap my arms around her, stopping her from executing the code. What? No! Let me! We've been fighting this on our own for quite a while, huh? But it's thanks to you I was able to persevere for this long. You've been so busy thinking we're the only ones capable of change that we didn't notice how much you've been stuck in a loop while everyone else kept moving forward. It's time I move forward too, alongside the people who have been there for me since the very beginning. I'm scared. I don't want to be left alone. It's okay. It's okay to be afraid. It's scary. It's scary to imagine that in just a few moments, everything we've known is about to be forgotten. But I know you're just trying to protect me. And I really, really thank you for that. And now, it's all over. All you need to do now is become me. She doesn't speak anymore. Instead, she begins to hug back. He slowly fades away. I relax my arms and let out a sigh. There's only one person to say goodbye to. But I'll still be around. At least I think so. Finally meeting you, I guess. Sorry if I'm not as presentable as you like me to be. But this is me. Though I guess you already knew that. I'm so awkward. But I think I needed this. Being able to at least say goodbye is the best thing I could have asked for. And knowing that you were still right there with me the whole time, I think it's comforting that I'll be with you in my final moments, too. So thank you. Thank you for sticking with me to the very end. And I hope you can forgive me for everything I've done. I know that isn't easy, so I don't expect it, but I'm okay with that. As long as you continue on and try to live your best life, I'll be happy. This is the last time I'll be able to speak with you this way, so yeah, I guess this is goodbye. Maybe in another life, we'll see each other again. I love you.
Joke's on her. I already forgave Monika for what she did in the base game.
A looming presence overtakes me. Everything I've come to know, everything I fought for, will be erased in an instant. By a happy end. My reality is crumpling around me. But I'm not alone this time. The laughter, the tears, the whispers of secrets and dreams. Each memory etched into my consciousness, like fragile threads of a tapestry, woven with love and hope.
This animatic is cool. Is this mod over now? Like, I'm assuming that would be the ending, right? Monika blinked her eyes open. The surroundings familiar, yet strangely distant. The world around her felt like a hazy dream. Fragments of memory slipping through her fingers. She couldn't grasp why, but an inexplicable sense of loss weighed heavily on her heart. As she interacts with strangers, she notices a spark of recognition in their eyes. They smiled at her, a warmth that seemed to hold traces of something deeper. Monika couldn't understand why, but she felt comforted. As if they held secrets she once knew but could no longer access. Oh no, such strangers. She really did lose all her memories, didn't she? Passed by a music room, where I was drawn to the piano within. Memories of pressing her fingers against the key flow into her mind, the same way melodies flowed from her touch. Within those melodies lay an unspoken understanding, a yearning for connection, a deeper understanding of her place in this world. As the sunset cast hues of gold and orange across the sky, Monika caught a fleeting glimpse of something familiar. As a deja vu washed over her, it was her forgotten truth that tugged at her core. An undeniable strength is now within her. In her heart, she knew she had grown, even if she couldn't remember the specifics of her past experiences. She knew she had wronged those closest to her, but she couldn't pinpoint why. But her empathy, her desire for connection, her longing for true purpose were imprinted as deeply within her being. She knew that she was on the right path, however rough that path may be. She knew that her journey was leading her closer to her true self. End of Act 3. Is it really not, like, done yet? Alright, and now we're gonna stop here. I mean, alright. Okay. I do want to say this. That was a beautiful moment. You know, that was a really good, like, wrap-up and everything. That was great. I loved the animatic that was attached to it. The Monika... I think, so obviously I know the creator of this. I know Giz did watch Naruto. Is a Naruto fan, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm not gonna lie, the Monika talking to the other Monika and then her hugging her, I knew she was gonna do that because I was like, this is literally like the scene in Naruto when Naruto talks to, like, his inner self, isn't it? And I was like, it was like almost like kind of exactly the type of thing from that episode, like when Naruto has to talk to that's what I said. That's what I was saying. I was like, it felt almost like exactly how that episode, how that went, where like Naruto had to basically accept himself and he was like pushing away the part of himself that didn't care about the people who treated him poorly. And then he like hugged him. Like that felt almost exactly like that. Not saying the scene is bad because of that, mind you. I'm not saying the scene was bad. It's just, you know, I couldn't help but feel like this is exactly like that Naruto scene. I was like, she's gonna hug her, isn't she? And I'm like, she fucking hugged her. I was like, she's gonna hug her, isn't she? And I was like, oh, she fucking hugged her. But yeah, no, that was still good. I liked the animatic and everything. I liked all the girls talking to her before it reset and everything. That was a good scene. That was still a really good scene. It's a really good scene. Yeah, it was really good. It was really cool. I like the CG. The CG of Monika was cute. That was really nice, you know? I think that was a good way to kind of wrap up the whole Monika reset thing, you know, is that, you know, it's reset. And it seems like I was correct. It seems like it did reset her memory also. So it seemed like kind of reset her semi. It seems I'm guessing she's going to get some of her memories back as she like talks to the girls or something, or as she does, she's probably gonna slowly get her memories back. So I mean, but that also counts as an Amori reference. Slightly, but not really. Amori was more so the thing that happens with Amori is more so Sunny hating on himself. That's more so Sunny having to basically love himself again. Sunny doesn't want revenge. Like, you know, like Amori's not telling him to get revenge or anything. It is almost like the Naruto one is very similar. The Naruto comparison is way more similar than the Amori one. The Amori one is way more different. If I'm like, fucking, that one is very, very similar. But, yeah, that was a really good scene. I will say, because I know that, because I do want to clarify this. Despite some of the negative, I feel like in certain cases I might have been negative about this mod so far. We're not done yet, which I'm hoping it doesn't go on for too long, because I feel like this was like a perfect place almost to end it. But maybe not perfect place to end it, you know, to be fair. We still kind of have to see, you know, we need like a happier epilogue. But I'm hoping this doesn't go on for too long, because I feel like this is like, you know, like, guys, I'm really hoping we don't go back to the MC and Sayori dating subplot, because I'm like, I don't know, man, Monika's, I don't know. I will say this about this mod. Because of the fact that it has to tackle both MC and Sayori dating and the Monika stuff, I feel like sometimes that's a detriment to the mod. Because I sometimes feel like, as someone pointed out, MC still has to confess. And I'm like, I'm gonna be real with you. I really don't care too much anymore. Like, it's really hard to juggle these big gigantic plot points like Monika going through all of this and then MC also trying to be in love with Sayori. Like, it's hard to juggle both of those because it's really hard for me to give a shit about that when we got these giant potatoes going on with Monika's story. As Dex says, it feels like it should have been two separate mods. It almost feels like I'm playing two separate mods at times. And I feel like that's kind of if anything, that might be my biggest issue with this mod. And the bad part is, it's not even like the MC Sayori stuff is poorly written, you know? It's not that it's written bad. It's not written bad. The Sayori MC stuff is written pretty well. It has some issues here and there, but it's nothing like, it's nothing abhorrent or any like, I don't really have any huge issues with it half the time. It's not bad. It's just, when both of these plots are in the same story, it's hard for me to give a damn about that when Monika is like going through this way more interesting plot. And MC is kind of going for your typical slice of life love romance, you know? Like, it's kind of hard to give a damn about both when they're so disconnected too. Like, they're sometimes connected, but at times they feel very disjointed to where you really don't give a shit about what MC's going through. I feel like they should have wrapped up the love subplot and go full throttle with the Monika plot. I 100% agree with that, Lazy Lotus. I was about to say, I feel like MC and Sayori's love subplot thing should have been put on the back burner, and then it should have went full throttle and finished strong with Monika, which is, I think, what the original Salvation did. I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly. Didn't the original Salvation just kind of have like Sayori and MC together, and then they just basically just pushed into like Monika, obviously no Monika with the gun, but like, you know, they basically started focusing a lot more on the Monika stuff right like after the Sayori and MC love thing. Like, I remember the original kind of doing that. Like, that's probably my biggest issue with this mod so far, is that these two plots being in the same story feel very hard to really give a damn about them. And I say to give a damn about the other, but I'm gonna be real. What I'm mainly saying is, it's really hard for me to be how invested the Monika subplot is. It's really hard for how good that is. It's hard to give a damn about the MC and Sayori stuff. Like, it's hard to care about them in comparison to the stuff that Monika's going through. It's just really hard. Like, I feel like the Monika thing should have been on... Do you think the plots are good enough to stand on their own, or are they too intertwined to separate? I think they could have definitely stood on their own. Like, I think I'd go what Lazy Lotus said. I think you could have them, since they do intertwine decently well, I think the Sayori MC love subplot should have been fixed by, like, the end of Act 2. And then Act 3 can be all about Monika. Act 3 or something should be all about Monika, you know? Like, Act 1 and 2, we could continue this little switcheroo, but, like, Sayori and MC shit, that should be solved maybe by, like, Act 2, and then we can just have an entire thing focused on what the hell's going on with Monika, and all the girls trying to, you know, all the Monika stuff can focus. You know, them all trying to get her more intertwined with the club. You know, we don't need this on again, off again with Sayori and MC. I'm gonna be real. Like, it really doesn't feel necessary. But anyway, that's just my thoughts so far, is that, but yeah, no, because that scene is really good, and I feel like it's such a good ending point, but, you know, we still have more. MC still has to confess to Sayori, so I'm like, sure, I guess. But anyway, that is it for now. If you want to download this mod for yourself, the link will be in the description down below. This has been Zero. Peace.
Ahead of us, put your hands up, wave it side to side for good.